The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sport. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running behind that left side. At the 45 on its way. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. They'll try the run. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Through the air, it's Garbers. He makes the connection. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Jones. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Snagged in the end zone! Touchdown, UCLA!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to go for a big one. It's caught downfield. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown Buckeyes. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Really nice looking throw there. And traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game. And if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A-plus level week in and week out.
Trying to beat him to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. The running back has it. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Bruins are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I'm not trying to catch the ball as a defensive back all the time. I'm just making sure you don't catch it. Great job getting the deflection, fight through the hands, make sure he can't put his hands together to try to catch that football.
Now on second down after the incompletion. They'll leave it with him. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Garbers. Got his man on the right. just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And just when you think the fullback is extinct, he makes a play, makes a catch, and moves the chain.
You got to be impressed with this fullback, too, because he's obviously built to block. He's built to live in the trenches. Look at this guy. But he has the ability to catch the football. Very soft hands. He's a good little weapon in this offense.
Going up top on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They go to the ground. He's there to make the stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. Second and long from the 19. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to throw, it's Howard. Firing to the right, complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Judkins. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back who's a fast athlete in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass, it's Garbers. Quickly out to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll keep it on the sneak. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
It's complete on the right side. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. To throw, it's Garbers. Fires to the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. On the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He wants to throw. He slings it deep to the left. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Unloads it left. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it out.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the running back. Shakes off the tackler. Still running at the 40. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 20. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruin.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? touch pass on the run. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. And the Bruins will kick it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys roll that offense back out there. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Leaves it with the back. Showing off the arm. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8 clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Howard. Finds the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. If things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. The give to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. He's loose down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
First down here for the offense. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. To the air, it's Howard. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Judkins. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up, he gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score, your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to throw, it's Garbers. It's on target and complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll try the left side. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Bruins are marching down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Takes the handoff. It's Harden. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Steamrolls his way ahead. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Scanning the field, it's Garber. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
What a great grab. This guy's been unstoppable all game long. Wherever he's lined up, the quarterback's been looking his way. I got to tell you, I would too. If you're going to make catches like that for me, I am going to force feed you the football.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game, we're finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Scott. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Judkins. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Give to the running back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.